Alright lads, so the day has finally come. Can you believe it? 4th anniversary Mugetsu has finally received his long-awaited resurrection. And to be honest, it was worth the wait. It's definitely one of the better resurrections in the entire game. Much as I would love for this character to get a remake sometime in the future, but I don't mind playing with this character once more. And for this particular showcase, unfortunately, I don't have him max transcended. I did want to spend a couple 100,000 points to try and reroll that 6th slot. Didn't get it though, so we're going to stick with 2-star SP, level 10 SP, and also level 10 focus for this particular showcase. Sometime in the future, I might go for the 3-star SP, because he is one of the better links in the entire game, so he is definitely worth it. But let's talk about his resurrection, right? What exactly did he pick up upon resurrecting? As already mentioned, for starters, Soul Trait is one of the best in the entire game. Originally being a 12% strong attack recharge Soul Trait, now being that with the addition of when you are at full stamina, you get 20% more strong attack damage. Really good link. Obviously, it does come with a caveat that you have to be at full stamina, but for the most part, every character wants to stay at full stamina. And like I mentioned with Soifun a few weeks ago when she resurrected, I really do like the idea of putting these strong attacks on characters like this because it does make them really good links. With that said though, when it came to his resurrection, he only had 7 skills before resurrecting. And if they didn't give him the special 1000-year Blood War character treatment, then he was going to get a bad resurrection. Luckily though, he did get the 1000-year Blood War treatment, and by that he got an 8th skill with also the additional innate skill. In this case, the innate skill is 20% havoc, so 20% more range in all of his attacks. That's really good. Additionally, for his 8th skill that he did pick up, he picked up 20% more strong attack damage. So overall, he has a 40% berserker thanks to his soul trait, and he also got more range. So 40% damage increase, 20% range increase. Overall, it's a very solid resurrection. Of course, as you will see in the gameplay, this doesn't make the character magically OP, but if you do like this character, you do want to have fun with him once more, this newfound upgrade definitely does make him a lot more playable and also more fun to play around with. So with that said, let's jump into the showcase and try this character out. Alright then, so firstly jumping into our single player run. We're currently playing single player I-Team. Well, lucky for us, we actually do have killer hits. That's actually really cool. We do have to be careful though because we aren't immune to poison. But thus far, gameplay has been quite solid. So you can see that we did lose a bit of full stamina. We do have to be a bit careful, but we can be a bit careless here. As you'll see when we go into the next room, we are going to heal up, but back up to full stamina. So I really do like that about this character. He was one of the first few characters to have this type of mechanic in-game, where he was able to heal in between rooms as a skill, for example. But this feels really nice. Again, I haven't played this character in quite some time, but I can already tell the difference here, having that extra bit of range. And of course, also damage definitely does make a big difference. Like, this isn't generally bad. Like, he has some good strong attacks still. And the strong attacks themselves have also aged quite well in terms of the visuals. So we did give the character long stride just to get in and out of combat real quick. And we kind of have to here with this particular set of enemies because they can be quite deadly. As you can see there with that particular attack, we actually did hit the enemies from the sides, which is good. Unfortunately, though, I did get hit, but we can grab that health bar and go into the final room, back up at full stamina, right? Not too bad, not too bad. In this case, let's do that with the soul bomb.
Mugetsu.
Still such a cool unit. I know the character got given justice with this release 4 years ago. And this resurrection also does do him justice, but still, we need a new Mugetsu, man. This character is too cool to not be getting a new character in 4 years' time. Honestly speaking, I might not even mind a new Mugetsu every year. So, I'm desperate for one, what can I say? But in this case, for our very first run, a 1 minute and 19 second clear time for a character that came out 4 years ago is actually quite respectable. Let's try that once more though, we definitely can get a faster clear time. Alright, one thing I will say though, it's been a while since I played with a character with a lunge SA1. You know, back when this character first released, a lunge SA1 was what you wanted. Nowadays, it's all about, you know, range attacks and stuff like that. Beam SA1s, for example. You can see that also, once more, that we did take a bit of poison damage. Unfortunately lost our full stamina, but going straight into the next stage, we're back at full stamina. That SA3 felt really smooth to use that, I will say. Let's go down here, use our Nurturing, and then finish up with the SA1. SA2 is also doing some respective amount of damage. And then we can go here, use our SA3. Yeah, that feels good. That feels good. Mugetsu's back, boys. I know I'm only in single player IT, but still, we will try him out in co-op. Well, I don't know if he'll be the best character there. We'll see how it does go. I have Longshot him right now. I think for our next showcase, we're going to take him with Poison Link so we can stand wherever we want to. Because that's definitely the big thing about this character right now is that we have to kind of be careful where we do stand. Was that run faster? I'm not really too sure. I got a bit distracted while playing with him. I wasn't really trying to go for the fast one. We will try that once more, right? It was faster though. We got a 1 minute and 4 second clear time. Definitely possible to get a sub 1 minute. Once more, let's try that again. So I think the go-to here is going to be to nuke one of the stages. Unfortunately, my controller kind of messed up the SA2 there. That's setting us back a bit. Just by a few seconds, though, because we should finish up with the SA1. I think next room, or the room after, is when I'm going to nuke with the Soul Bomb. Let's go and use the SA3. Yeah, that felt good. And that one enemy that did survive got weakened. Keep in mind, we do have an increased chance to inflict weakening, so it's actually kind of impressive we're able to go through this fast. Let's use that SA3 there. There we go. Into the 1. And then 2 there. And then this stage, we're going to use our Soul Bomb, right? So let's go here. Use that SA1. Unfortunately, lost a bit of full stam. Doesn't matter, though. Again, we do have the character 5-5, so our Soul Bomb is actually hitting quite hard. And then the launcher grabbed the Soul Bomb. Took a bit of hits, but it's fine. Soul Bomb goes off. Ichigo goes down. And that was definitely a more respectable clear time. A 45-second clear time is what you want to see. Generally, not too bad. Not too bad. Alright then, so let's take him into co-op IT and see how he does perform. So damage numbers are looking somewhat consistent in terms of, we're going to have to use a couple of strong attacks here, right? With no increased chance to inflict status wounds, with only a 40% Berserker, this is going to be on the slower side, especially if we are trying to carry by ourselves. But we did give ourselves poison immunity, so we can stand wherever we want to. And that's going to be really good, because then these enemies can be quite annoying to maneuver around. Maybe if you have the character max translated with level 10 attack and also 250 additional its SP, it might be something you want to do. But ideally, you never want to carry IT by yourself. You also do want to have some good characters paired up alongside you, right? Let's go use our SA2. That's going to be really good. So far, so good, right? We haven't got hit yet, which is nice. And again, we have that extra bit of survivability. 400 HP healed every time we move into another map. Let's go and use our SA3. And then finish up with the 1. Gotta be careful with the next wave. We want to at least have like 1 strong attack ready. There we go. That was close. That was close. A bit risky there. But we're gonna... Let's use our SA2 here. There we go. So we actually damaged some of those mobs. Do a bit of damage to the SA1 and then get real close and use that SA3. That felt cool doing it. And then 2 should finish up. There we go. So far, so good. So far, so good. Next stage, this stage in particular, is the first boss set. The first set of bosses. And they can be quite annoying. Many items with his SA3. The idea here is to kind of hope and paralyze. The idea here is to kind of hope and actually weaken them. So if we do take hits, we're not taking too much damage. So SA1 here. Gonna do a bit more damage. First, I want to use my SA1 again. Like that. Then we do the 2, and then let off the 3, and then back all the way up. We actually did apply the weakening. That's great. Just make sure not to get hit by Aizen. Unfortunately, my controller's messing up. We took a hit, though. It's fine. Lost a lot of DPS here, actually. I'm playing with my controller, though. I'm not going to lie. White Zangetsu's doing his charge-up attack. We get to do some free attacks, and then finish up with the ST2. Okay, there we go. There's still enemies. Oh, my God. So once we defeat this enemy, the next set of bosses are going to spawn in. So let's go here, use our SA2, and then use our SA3. Luckily, did apply the weakening against Shinji. That's good. Let's go all the way back here. We do not want to get hit whatsoever. SA3 on them should wipe them out. There we go. Now he's got to deal with one more boss, that being White Ichigo. There we go. Just a few more attacks and White Ichigo should be down. There we go. And then Lunge SA1 takes out White Ichigo. There we go. Okay. On to the final stage. Can we nuke all the way through? We are 5-5, but we did lose a bit of our full stamina damage, so probably not. So I'm going to play it safe here. I'm going to do a bit of damage to the characters first, before then deciding to use a Soul Bomb. Again, I'm kind of playing a handicapped here. My controller's kind of spazzing out all over the place. In this case, SA3 into the final set of mobs. Then we use our Soul Bomb. Unfortunately, did not wipe out like we wanted it to. If we had the full stam, would have been good. But we are bringing them all close to us. We can take a hit. It's fine. We got all our attack ready. There we go. Just a few more attacks. Would have loved to actually fit. I'm a bit disappointed in myself. I didn't finish up with the SA3. Definitely not a fast run. Definitely not a fast run. This is definitely not a character going to take into IT to clear by himself. That is just not realistic. In this case, we've got a 5-minute and 44-second clear time. Definitely can be faster if you don't take damage. We did take damage like halfway through, and we did notice a pretty big DPS drop. We lost 20% strong attack damage. We lost 25% full stamina, and then I believe we also lost an additional 16% full stamina from our soul traits. Had we not taken damage throughout the entire quest, we could potentially get a sub 4-minute clear time. That made a big difference. I mean, the character is definitely usable in co-op IT, but you have to have other people with you, of course. Having him by himself really isn't the smartest thing to do. Last up, though, let's take him into the Acid Wire Epic Radiance and see how fast he can do around 15 million damage, because he is actually a bonus, so right now is actually a good time to use him. For our bonus abilities, this time around, we did give the character full stamina and also weakened defense, so the idea here is to nuke into the second stage, and hopefully clear the second phase a lot faster. SA3 is coming back, all our attacks are coming back, so let's use our Soul Bomb here. Gonna let it play out, because again, I love this Soul Bomb. Very curious to see what they're gonna do with a Mugetsu attack, though, now that we have 2020 animations. 2023, actually. They can definitely, after seeing what they did with Unohana's Soul Bomb this morning, K-Lab can make some really cool looking Soul Bombs, and I'm excited to see what they have next planned whenever they finally decide to do a new Mugetsu, right? So just a few more attacks, and we'll be done with this raid. There we go. So 46-second clear time to do 15 million damage. It's alright. Again, the character came out 4 years ago. It came out 4 years ago. We weren't expecting anything crazy here, but it's respectable. It's respectable. Overall, that is a 4th anniversary Mugetsu's resurrection in a nutshell almost. It's a good resurrection, generally it is. 20% more range and the 40% damage increase definitely is noticeable. He is significantly better now that he has those particular skills. Having said that, as always with resurrections, it doesn't make the character magically super OP, it just makes him a bit more usable. If you like playing with this character, you definitely can now whip him out. He's a bit more enjoyable, a bit more fun. I think you can take him into anything but co-op content really, and that's fine. If you find a place to use him and have a bit of fun with him, that's perfectly fine, and that's ideally what you want to do with the resurrections. Either way though, even if you don't plan to ever use this character, his soul trait is still one of the best links in the entire game for the heart attribute. So even if you have no intention to ever use this character, that's fine, because guess what? You'll definitely be using that link. I think it's a must-have link for heart characters, and I'm definitely going to be using it every single time I'm using a heart character in-game, like if I was in Your Blood with Ichigo, 6th Anniversary Aizen, Burn the Witch Bruno, and even the new swimsuit Rangiku. So there's definitely a lot to offer here when it comes to the character's enjoyability, playability, his link, and of course, if you do resurrect him, it's 75 free orbs. In the comments below though, let me know what you guys think about 4th Anniversary Mugetsu's resurrection. I'm curious to know, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and peace.